Good afternoon. Well, welcome to our last employee update of the academic year. You can clap. Go ahead. It's fine. I do want to let you guys know that we are videoing employee updates starting today. That actually came out of the open forums that I had with Staff Senate. They said, sometimes employees can't get here. That's faculty, other staff, Plan B, Plan C employees. And so could we have the video available through a link that people could watch that, were unable to attend. So I want to thank marketing, Tom Byrne, who now tells me I have to stand behind this podium and talk into the mic. So whoever's presenting, you have to stand right here or the video won't pick it up. That's a little nerve-wracking to me. I like to move around. You guys all know that. But so we are going to do that. Again, a result of our most recent Staff Senate open forum. And we will make that, we'll send an email out with the link to the video. I would be remiss if I didn't answer the question that you're all saying in your head now. Yes, you still have to come to employee update. I knew you were all thinking it, right? I do think it's an important time for us to get together, share some updates, celebrate some successes. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to continue to keep it fast-moving, relevant, pertinent to what we need to know, and then have an opportunity for some shared dialogue. So yeah, I still want you to be here. But if for some reason you have to teach or you're manning the desk while your colleagues are here, it will give an opportunity for you to see kind of what we talked about. It also makes me stay on my best behavior, which, as many of you know, is very hard because now it'll all be on video. So with that said, I did want to welcome Tim Winstead. We have a guest from the Office of the President. So Tim's here. He's going to do a presentation a little later, but Tim's here, our Director of Public Safety. So thanks for being here today, Tim. And like I always like to do, I like to start out by sharing some kudos, and the list could go on and on and on, and I joked, we had administrative council this morning, and I joked that this is the time where we all have to buckle up, everybody in this room, because it's when there's an event every night or every other night. So I did want to thank Staff Senate for allowing me to come and talk with them a couple weeks ago. I enjoyed that. I hope that we'll do that again. We are doing some follow-up on some of those things that were brought to my attention that day. And again, don't wait for the forums. Give me a call, shoot me an IM, text me. I want to keep that open dialogue. Also, it's been a couple weeks now, but the scholarship luncheon, what a huge, huge hit. What a great event, an opportunity to connect our donors with our scholarship recipients. I thank everyone that was a part of bringing that together, and those of you that attended. We do have pretty amazing stories to tell. Just last week, we had a couple events, Hall of Fame. So our own Mr. Delaware Tech, Terry Johnson, entered the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's hanging up yet, is he? Lynn, guy, or no, Lynn's not here. Scott, is Lynn hanging on the wall, or is Terry hanging on the wall yet? Not yet, okay. So Terry's going to be next to Sue Pepper, which is a whole nother story, okay? But Terry, you'll get to see Terry's plaque on the wall. It turned out great. And of course, he was quite proud, and we were quite proud to honor him for his many 41 years of service to Delaware Tech, and a stellar bus driver. If you were there, you heard all those stories. Also, last week, we had open house. Great event, so kudos to student affairs, instruction, marketing, administrative services. I even said this morning, Bob probably gave us money, so we can thank Bob Hearn as well. Great open house. I had the opportunity to go through, lots of excitement. We had almost 100 students, right, Melissa, go through, students, 200 and some individuals. So great job to everyone. Thank you for reaching out. I don't know if you got a cupcake on a little robotic thing. That freaked me out a little bit when I was walking through, but kudos to our technology team, IT program. The students were great, but all of our setups were really quite impressive and interactive. So thank you to all involved in that. And then Oh, thank you. Karen's given me, this is why she sits up front. I almost forgot the STEM Expo. Is David LaFazi in here? David, tell me the number, because when I remember I used to be the dean. So Dave would be like, next year, my goal is going to be, the first year it was like 40 people, right? And next year, my goal is going to be this. So how many did we have attend this year? 259 people. Pretty impressive. And what a great opportunity to bring the community, or the community that we serve, to campus. So David, thank you for your leadership on that. And when he shared with me the numbers, I just was blown away. Because again, I remember days of sitting in my conference room saying, Dave, 40's good. We're going to get there. And so here we are. So awesome. And then on Monday night, we had Alpha Beta Gamma Honor Society induction. Great. I was not able to attend. I was actually on a bus with 100 high school students coming back on a band trip. ABG induction sounded really good that evening, but unfortunately, I was with those stinky kids. AVG induction, wonderful ceremony, excellent keynote speaker. I'm so bummed I wasn't there, but congratulations to those students that were inducted in our business faculty who really led that up and serve as advisors. So congratulations. Just a couple other announcements. One, you'll see up here, April is Community College Month, so I think we all need to celebrate that we work for an institution that provides so much opportunity and hope and just lots of great experiences for people to achieve their dreams. So I'm super proud to be part of the community college, and I know all of you are as well. There are other things this month that we'll be doing to help us celebrate the community college, but to all of you, happy Community College Month. Couple changes or a couple updates I wanted to give you as far as alumni. So recently, you may or may not heard, we had a little bit of realignment with the Alumni Association. The Alumni Association used to fall under communication and planning for leadership. Earlier, I think it was in March, there was a decision college-wide. I think it was a really wise decision to have alumni overseen by our development office. When you think about, we want to develop our alumni, the number of participants, the number involved, and not just from a fiscal standpoint, but from an involvement standpoint. So Jason is leading up that initiative with alumni. He's doing a great job already. We're resetting some goals and really thinking about how we can bring our alumni closer to the institution and get them more involved. One thing that we found out in this early process, Jason and I, there's over Jason, is it 83 alumni of Delaware Tech that work right here at this campus. So I think that's a pretty cool start. Later on in this month, early May, Jason and I will be reaching out to the 83 of you and giving you a Delaware Tech alumni t-shirt, because we're hopeful that you'll wear it at a future event to help promote alumni. So more to come from that in a little bit. But 83 alumni, pretty awesome. So you'll hear more about alumni, different ways we're going to engage alumni and really try to grow that group of individuals as we move forward. If you haven't already, you should look on the webpage and see all the amazing alumni success stories. They're incredible. And that really is helping us gain momentum for really building our alumni and growing it. So let me tell you about something kind of new and cool, and you may have heard about it, but I wanted to make sure everyone was aware. But did you know that we have a Delaware Tech app? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So you can go on the App Store or Google Play and download it, but really what it does is it allows students to add drop classes, go to the bookstore, the library, registration, student activities, all kinds of great stuff. So I know we've been waiting for an app for a long time. It is here, so please get it on your phone. I see some of you doing that now. You are very good students. Let's use that app and make sure the students know that that app is available as well. And it looks great. So many of you know that we're going to Vegas in a couple weeks. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I am happy to report from Kristen Bacon and her team that we have all our volunteers in place for Starry Starry Night Gala. So thank you, because we could not do that without you. It is the last Saturday of the month, the 29th. It's going to be a great evening. Of course, the week leading up to that, we need lots and lots of help. And I know many of you are already signed up to do that. But you know, especially on Thursday and Friday, if you're hanging around and you need something to do, you can set tables with instruction, you can do the activities rooms, you can help administrative services. So anything you can do to help us prepare for that big night, we would really appreciate it. But if you haven't bought your tickets and you're coming, get those soon, because those tickets are going fast. 30 left? All right, you're stressing me out now. Maybe we need that tent. No, I'm kidding. All right, another kind of fun thing happening at the end of the month. Remember I told you it was Community College Month. We are going to celebrate Community College Month in a special way and have Team Spirit Day. So you may remember, was it last year, Melissa, we did it? We after an employee update, we all went out and kind of cheered on the baseball team. We're going to do it a little differently this year, where we're actually going to have a pep rally at 2:30, the game at 4:30. We want you to wear your Delaware Tech gear. In fact, I'm asking faculty and staff to wear Delaware Tech gear to work that day. So it's kind of like a dress down day, okay? No short shorts, please, or hot pants. What were we joking? We were joking about that not too long ago. I trust you. No tank top, no tube tops. Bill Beecham, no tube top. But would you guys please come that day dressed in Delaware Tech gear? Let's show our spirit. I hope that you will be able to head out and go to the food truck, support our team. It's a great way to celebrate our community college and also celebrate our athletes and our student life division. So if you can be there that day, I believe there's an announcement on the portal, Melissa, about it, but I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention to give you the okay to dress down. People seem to need that. So wear your Delaware Tech gear, come to promote the green and white and blue, and we'll cheer on our baseball team. Melissa, did I miss anything with that? Okay, all right. And then there are several, remember I said buckle up, there's a lot of dates coming up. So here's some dates to remember. Tonight, PTK induction. I put tonight because I was finishing this morning at like 4:30, and I had conflicting times, so we just confirmed PTK is at 6 o'clock tonight. Students report at 5, not the campus director. Spring Gala, the 29th. Celebration of student life. We're doing that a little differently this year, right, Melissa? So we're going to have a luncheon to really celebrate advisors and the students and all the activities that are going on. Student awards program is coming up as well. That's when we recognize our outstanding student for each program of study, plus give away a couple other scholarships and awards. I encourage you to come and to see your students, because many of you have interacted with these students in the hallways, through activities, maybe in a gen ed class, in the library. So please, if your schedule allows, come and support our students. We do have our workforce development graduation on May 11th, and then of course our graduation for our 2017 grads is May 16th. I have a little star there because this is another thing I want to be purposeful in doing this year, because I remember when I was the dean there was a lot of questions about this. The Alumni Association does sponsor a picnic after graduation rehearsal, and all employees are invited to attend. So we want you to be there. We want you to interact with our graduates. We want you to congratulate them and enjoy a picnic lunch with us. So the deans and directors are aware of that. We'll work kind of on the coverage thing back in the offices so people can go out and enjoy that sunny weather, because Dr. Rakes, Melissa already ordered the sunny weather for May 16th, so we should be very good with that. So please join us around the pond, picnic-style food. Please be with us that day. Employee recognition is at the George campus this year. We will have buses that are going up. Karen has already organized that, so soon there will be an announcement going out about signing up if you would like to ride a bus up to the George campus for that event. You're going to hear a little more about Campus Community Day, so I'll just put that date on the calendar. We're going to hear from Jennifer and Kelly in a bit. Budget hearings are listed on here, and you might think, why are budget hearings on here? Because budget hearings are open to the campus community. And I wanted you guys to know the dates, because I think it's an important process to understand. We do have a budget committee that's appointed each year. We have faculty representatives, the deans and directors, faculty council, staff senate, our development director, obviously, and we hear all the presentations from the different divisions and the programs. We have a unique process at Owens. The other campuses don't do it this way. And we really like it this way because we believe it's a real transparent process, and it helps us to learn about what other programs and other divisions are doing, because it kind of helps us mesh that all together. So Bob's given the year I get off the committee, Bob gives them a day break in between. It is going to be the 24th, the 26th, the 30th, and June 1st. Closer to the time, Bob will post them. We'll send out a schedule of who's kind of presenting when. But I wanted everybody in the room to know our budget is transparent. Okay, our process is transparent, and we're going into a difficult budget year, college-wide, statewide, with a big deficit, for our state government. So I want to welcome you to come in anytime during that time to kind of sit in and learn the process, listen to what people are presenting. I wanted you to know that that's an open process. So if you're interested, the more exact schedule will be coming out in the next couple weeks. And then the last thing I wanted you to mark your calendar for is the Ice Cream Social, which is May 31st. And that is our opportunity to recognize our retirees, and we have a couple. Quite a few this June again, so we'll be recognizing them. And of course, it's a time for our retirees to come back and visit with us. So almost half of our attendees at the Hall of Fame were retirees, which I think is pretty darn cool. It means they want to come back, they're connected to us, and they want to get to know employees that they didn't know when they worked here. So please mark that date on your calendar. It's a great opportunity to get to know some of our retirees from years past, and also recognize our most recent retirees, the ones that are retiring this semester. Any questions about the schedule at all? Okay, so if there's no questions, I'm going to invite Tim up for his update. Oh, and I love this. I love community college. Okay. Yeah. Let me bring this up. You have to stay behind the thing.
I know.
Okay,
I'll
sorry.
try to get used to that as well. Thank you very much, Bobby. Again, thank you for the invitation to be here. Usually when Bill Wood was here, or I've been in a couple updates, and it's always doom and gloom that public safety brings. So I have a little bit of that to bring, but I also have some good news. So we're working on two items that I hope is of interest to you. One is college-wide, we will be conducting a lockdown drill by the end of the year. So each campus, we are in the process of planning that drill. We're going to do it. We're taking baby steps. So we will do it at this campus, more than likely just one building, not the entire campus, and then work toward a larger drill. And unfortunately, the type of events that warrant these drills continues. Yesterday in the news in San Bernardino, we had another shooting at an elementary school. So we need to be prepared for those type of events. The good news is statistically very unlikely to occur, but again, we need to be prepared. The other event is an event that's will be open to all faculty and employees. Tim Kerstetter of the State Police is the terrorism liaison officer, and he has a presentation that he does statewide, and it discusses domestic terrorism, also what you should do in the event of one of these armed intruder events on campus. So it's very good information that I think all employees and all faculty should know and make every effort to attend this event if you can. So we're in the process of planning that event. We are going to videotape it so that if on that particular day it's scheduled, you cannot be here, then it would be available by videotape. So that's the doom and gloom part. I'm very fortunate today to introduce someone. As you're very aware, Bill Wood retired the end of December after 22 years here at the campus. And typically, I know you would say that Bill had some big shoes to fill, but he had some worn shoes to fill because he wore the same ones for 22 years. I feel honored today to introduce Galen Purcell. Galen, if you would just stand up for just a minute. So Galen, effective Monday, the 17th, will be the new public safety chief. Galen has enjoyed 3 weeks of retirement from the state police, where he served for close to 28 years. He retired at the rank of major and was in charge of all the state police operations in both Kent and Sussex counties. Galen spent time as the director of our training academy, so brings a training perspective. Spent time in the director of the State Bureau of Identification, was a troop commander at Troop 9 in Odessa and Troop 3 in Camden. Has served for 4 years as an adjunct instructor at Wilmington University, so brings a higher ed perspective to the position as well. So just a wealth of experience in both higher ed and law enforcement, and I think will be a significant asset to public safety here at the campus. So when you see Galen on Monday, please introduce yourself to him, and so he will be, again, trying to fill Bill Wood's worn shoes here starting Monday.
Brand new.
So thank you very much.
Okay, next we'll have Leslie Vincent and Matt Zink talk to us about Diversity and Inclusion Committee update. Are you guys here? Oh, yeah, right in front of me.
Good afternoon. Matthew, Leslie, Denise, and along with Jose, we're members of the College-Wide Diversity Committee. Okay. Delaware Tech Community College welcomes and celebrates the diversity of its college community and strives to include all its members to the fullest extent possible in the community's life, culture, learning, events, activities, and growth. The college is committed to sustaining an environment and culture of inclusion and involvement that promotes respect for diverse cultures, abilities, backgrounds, and points of view. The College-Wide Diversity Committee was established in 2013 at the request of Dr. George. Its charge was threefold: to address the 2013 College-Wide Student Success Committee report recommendations, to act on recommendations made by the Middle States Commission, and to consider actions stemming from the assessment of Mission Goal 5, which explicitly addresses the college's commitment to diversity and inclusion. The 8 recommendations included in the 2014 report were based on research of best practices, the results of the community college's student CESI surveys, and results of a locally developed climate survey that was distributed in the spring of 14. Those recommendations focused on ways to promote a sense of belonging among students, faculty, staff, administrators at the college. In order to address those recommendations, the committee was expanded, and it now includes these members: As you can see, our co-chairs are the Drs. Johnson up at Stanton and Wilmington, Stanton and George. As you can see, the current committee is made up of members who represent a wide variety of areas and divisions across the college. We're currently seeking new membership and also hoping to have student representation in the near future.
Thank you. This academic year, the Diversity and Inclusion Committee created 3 subcommittees, one for events and promotions, one that focuses on training, and the other to address assessment. The events and training subcommittees have since merged, and they're currently working hard on creating meaningful events and workshops to be held through the remainder of the calendar year. Our next activity is actually next week. We're going to be having an LGBTQ ally training. It will be held here and at the Terry campus. You can we do have some spots open if you're interested. The part 1 you can attend Monday morning here on campus, with part 2 then starting with lunch at the Terry campus and then in the afternoon on Tuesday. Or if it's easier for you, you can attend both the morning and afternoon session at the Terry campus on Tuesday. You also have the option of attending just the Monday session here at the Owens campus if you're interested. Like I said, we still have slots available, but we will need to know right away if you're interested. So please shoot me an email today or tomorrow at the latest so we can move with that. In the second week of November, the college is planning a Diversity Awareness Week. We're also going to include a college-wide diversity conference, so we're looking forward to giving you more information on that. An ongoing project includes updating the college webpage to highlight our commitment to diversity and inclusion on all the campuses. The assessment subcommittee is in the final stages of drafting a survey which focuses on diversity and inclusion on our campuses. This survey will be piloted and then distributed fall of 2017, and we'll use the results of this survey to create focus groups and to guide our work over the next several semesters. Although the committee realizes that we could and should target many different audiences with our work, our data shows that we should begin with 4 key areas: international students, the LGBTQ community, students with disabilities, and minorities, especially to address the achievement gap. Therefore, the outreach that we do over the next year or so is going to concentrate on these groups.
All right, hello guys. So we would like to do a call to action for you. If this is something that you're interested in or you find this work valuable, we're doing a call to action because we would like your help. We need your help to help us move forward with our mission over the next year. So if you're interested in joining the committee, please you can let one of us know, or you can contact any one of the co-chairs and we can forward your information to them. But we do need your help to help us move forward with our mission over the next year. And we also, like Dr. Zink said, that we would welcome, if you have students who might be interested in joining our committee, please let us know as well. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, Denise, I didn't know you were coming up, so thank you for being part of that. Next, Mary Beth Doherty is going to give us a human resource update on open enrollment.
Okay, so thank you very much for allowing me to talk to you just for a few minutes about open enrollment. As you know, we have open enrollment every year around this time, and this year it's from May 1st through May 13th. What makes this year unique and different is the fact that some of our benefits are changing, and we want to bring this to your attention so that you can really pay close attention to the health benefits that you've selected in the past, make sure they're the same ones you want going forward, and in some cases you won't have the choice of having the same ones you had before going forward because some of those benefits will be changing. So let's start with talking a little bit about, the access to your employee self-service. How many of you have accessed employee self-service yourselves? Most of the hands are going up, and that's good news. And then some of us maybe haven't accessed it in a while, and what happened was the last time we tried, maybe our password didn't work, so we got a message from the access people, the employee self-service access people saying, if you haven't, used this lately, you have to go in and change your password because now your password won't work anymore. So Carol Bunyan very kindly sent out emails to all of those employees, and I hope by now those of you who were affected by that have gone on and changed your password so that you will have access to employee self-service, because that's going to be very important in terms of thinking about how you're going to sign in and make these changes that you will be making based on what kinds of health benefits you're going to choose. So there's a little bit of information on this slide that tells you how to access it and how you would be maybe having some difficulty with it and what to do if you are experiencing those challenges. I should also mention to you that I've asked, this is a college-wide PowerPoint that I'm sharing with you today, so I've asked my colleagues if we could place this on the portal afterwards because there is a lot of information on this, and I think you probably will want to access it again yourselves, so you'll be able to go on the portal and look at this PowerPoint because there's a lot of detail. Why do I keep doing that? Sorry. Okay, so in the future, Aetna is going to be our only health plan administrator for the HMO plan and the CDH Gold plan. So HMO members are going to be required to select a primary care provider. Employees who default or enroll in the Aetna HMO plan and do not select a PCP, primary care provider, in their employee self-service during the open enrollment will have one assigned to them by Aetna. Now, I'm sure you'd like to be able to select your own, so make sure that you take care of that. Highmark Delaware and Highmark Gold Plan will no longer be available. However, Highmark Delaware will continue to administer the First State Basic Plan and the Comprehensive PPO Plan. So, for example, if you're in one of those plans and you plan to stay with those plans, even though you probably aren't going to be as interested in hearing about the new plans, you still want to make sure you understand everything so that you're choosing what's best for you and your family, and you still have to go in and ensure that you are still enrolled in the plan that you want to be enrolled in. Spousal coordination of benefits. Carol and I talk about this every year, the number of people that, do enroll their spouse on their benefit plan, but sometimes forget that they still have to fill out the spousal coordination of benefits form every single year. I think they did it one time, nothing's changed, so they don't need to do the form. But you still have to fill out this form. So make sure you do complete the spousal coordination of benefits online form. If you have difficulty with it, you can call our office, and of course, there's other information that will help you work your way through the form. It's not really that complicated, but I just think it's one of those little extra steps you have to remind yourself to do. The State of Delaware benefit plan premiums or rates and benefit plan designs will not change on July 1st. Remember, this is an active open enrollment, meaning that everyone needs to go online and complete the process. A default system is in place if employees do not participate. How many of you have ever read the Statewide Benefits Office SBO newsletter? Okay, now that's pretty darn good. That's almost 50%. I'm proud of you. If you haven't read it before, it is on the portal and you can access it. It periodically comes out, and it is chock full of good information about statewide benefits. So make sure that you do look at that occasionally because, as things change, we don't always get a chance to give you these updates in this format, so it's a good thing to read that newsletter. Here's some of the most important information in the most recent newsletter, and that is that on Tuesday, May 2nd, the Owens campus will be hosting the statewide benefits folks here to answer questions, and those folks will be providing you with educational workshops. They're going to be held from 9 to 10, 12 to 1, and 5 to 6 here on our campus in 529 of the Carter Building. Now remember, this is in Sussex County, so all state agency employees are eligible to come to these, educational workshops. That's why they want you to register, because they recognize that 529 holds quite a few people, but certainly they may have to cut off some access if you register too late. So if you know right now which ones you want to go to, you should go ahead and register for the session you're planning to attend. And we want to encourage all of the employees to attend at least one session. So talk to your supervisor, make sure you have coverage in the office, and you go if you are able. And then there's some mini videos. I've talked to a couple employees who have already accessed the mini videos, and they said that they found them very helpful. So if you want to go on and look at those before you even go to an educational workshop on May 2nd, you could do that too. Lastly, we have the Flexi Benefit Plan. Some of you are probably familiar with. If you're newer employees, maybe you're still trying to wrap your arms around all of this. The good news is that the flexible benefit plans rates have not changed at all, but this is, again, another opportunity during the open enrollment period to either make changes in your flexible benefit plans or you can keep them as they are. But we do want you to make sure that you look at that each year. And so all of this information is provided. We will be, staying in touch with you if we have questions about something that you have or haven't done, but you certainly can always call Human Resources because we're here to assist you, and if you have questions, if we can't answer it, we will put you in touch with the appropriate resource. And I hope that's helpful. Thank you.
Okay, it's that time of the year again when we're going to be taken over in the summertime by lots of kids on campus. So Erin's going to give us an update on some of the programming for this summer. Thank you, Erin.
So I guess I shouldn't introduce myself, but for those who do not know me, my name's Erin Schutt, and I am the program developer for Kids on Campus in the Workforce Development and Community Education division. This is my third year, and I'm looking forward to the best camp season yet, and this year's theme is Passport to Fun. So, camps are 9 weeks of summer fun beginning June 12th through August 11th. Kids on Campus serves youth ages 2 years old to 16 years old, so that's pretty awesome. We offer the ability for campers to come in the morning from 9 a.m. to noon, and then the afternoon from 1 to 4 p.m., or you can come both sessions. We also provide before and after care from 8 to 9 a.m. or 4 to 5 p.m. This is a free service for our PTs and RFT Delaware Tech staff. We also do have scholarships available for qualified campers, and they are due May 1st. May 1st. Okay. We provide also up to $200 per camper, so it's an awesome scholarship. May 1st. Stephanie would appreciate me. There we go. Finally, we also have multiple camp discounts available, which include siblings. So if you are looking for camp for more than one, perfect opportunity. So this year, we're offering 42 STEM camps. Some of our new camps include Virtual U, which is our virtual reality. It will be in our new virtual reality classroom, and how to build a YouTube sensation, and Drone Builder as well. We all are offering 54 specialty camps, Jurassic World, Culinary, and Zombie Apocalypse for our older campers. Last but not least, my favorite camp is Harry Potter Camp. We already have one section almost filled, and we will be dividing into houses, playing Quidditch, brewing some potions, and drinking, of course, non-alcoholic butterbeer. This summer, we will be offering 12 sports camps, as, of course, baseball and basketball being our popular camps. As you all know, an estimated 80% of students change their majors at least once, and most will change majors 3 times before they graduate college. Kids on Campus provides elementary and middle school students the ability to explore their interests and potential careers, so hopefully when they are choosing later down the road at Delaware Tech, they will not be part of this statistic. We have some wonderful partnerships with several of our departments on campus to help plant the seed. Healthcare exploration, design and build architecture, and breathing buddies are just a couple camps that we have. So our partnerships. This summer, we are continuing our partnerships in the community, and one of our new partnerships is with our very own Jamie Jackson, owner and wardrobe consultant of Faust Fashion. We have a partnership with East Coast Garden Center, who will also be offering a garden camp at their location, and campers will be able to get their hands dirty in the community garden. So, Kids on Campus would not be successful without the help of you all. So thank you again for your support and patience and the many requests that I ask. In particular, thank you for the marketing team. I would have not had fabulous advertising and marketing without you all. So now let's watch a video done by Josh Sammons to promote this year's camp. So you're probably wondering how we did last year. Last year, we had a record high of 1,412 camper registrations and served 519 campers in the local community, which is awesome. And so I have just a little bit more of how they had fun. So the pictures on the screen are the musical theater, music and voice production, guitar, culinary camps, meet the great artists, and sewing camps. And I actually had all of this for the sewing. I got every single piece, so I was pretty stoked about that. Sports, we have baseball pitching, baseball, soccer, and basketball. And Coach Wes Townsend will be here again, and he has coached for over 23 years, so he is dedicated to Delaware Tech. And then we have the STEM camps. We have Minecraft, which is one of our popular camps, iPads, droids, and Star Wars Force Academy. And students will have the ability to see if the Force was with them defending Darth Maul. And then campers will became Jedis in this ceremony at the end of the week. So if you would like to come to the ceremony, please let me know. And then the toddlers and the preschoolers. We had toddler time, tumbling, and choral camp. So we are looking forward for a successful Kids on Campus this summer. We're offering educational, interest-based, and fun camps. If you have any questions, please let me know. And we will be moving over to Jason at the end of May. So feel free to take a book on the tables outside of the theater. Thank you.
I love Erin's energy. She gets me all pumped up whenever she presents. Thank you, Erin, and thank you, everybody in workforce development for the great work on the camps. I do really love to see the kids on campus and walk by the theater and see them doing their performances, and I do want to come to the Jedi little ceremony. I think that sounds very cool. So next up, let's learn a little bit about Campus Community Day, and we have Kelly Davis and Jen Blackwell, our fearless leaders for 5 years now, right? Yeah.
We are indeed on our 5th annual event. I think we might change it to Adults on Campus. It looks like the kids have so much fun. This is our day to also have fun. So Campus Community Day, as you well know, is in our 5th year. And so we're going to start by celebrating participation.
So right now in the employee update, let's take a midway stretch. If you've participated for at least 2 years, stand up.
Nice.
What about Please stay standing if you've participated for at least 3 years. Stay standing if you've participated for at least 4. Okay, so let's give a hand. Those are our 4-timers.
And we will be having some recognition for this year for those that sign up for all 5 years. So please make sure that you continue your trend of participation. We've expanded our sustainability of the event by expanding our committee. So leads are Jennifer and I, but we have Gail Sherrier that is serving as our point person for afternoon activities, even though she will be in Italy for the actual day of the event. She is our point person. Thank you, Gail. We have Melanie Marino representing Staff Senate. We have Amber King representing Student Affairs, and we're incorporating all of administrative services because they didn't pick a point person, so they're all in.
All right. So this is our 2016 photo, and we know that we had an all-matching look. So certainly we encourage that while we will not be able to provide every volunteer with a T-shirt this year, we encourage you to come out as a group and create a theme amongst yourselves in a color combination because we'd love to see that creativity.
So what do we do that day? We have service, we have lunch, and we have playtime, right? So that is our schedule.
And we're going to be across the campus again, so here's a listing of several of our projects. We'll also be joining at the Little Lending Library as well as the food bank. And a special edition this year is a Habitat for Humanity project. If you select this and make indication on the sign-up form that you're interested in the Habitat project, please note that it is a full-day commitment. So it will run through the afternoon activities.
But you will still get lunch.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this year, as you see marked on the calendar, it is Tuesday, 5/23. For a severe rain date, we do have Wednesday blocked off as well. But again, that would be for severe weather. Because all of our off-campus service projects will occur on Tuesday, we'd like everyone to be participating on the same day. There will be a variety of indoor and outdoor campus activities as well as those on-site and off-site service projects. So just want to make sure that you know that all of the choices in the past plus Habitat are available this year.
And we know that the reasons that we do this are to meet new people, to build our teams, and to give back to our community. So we certainly thank all of you for signing up. Kelly's going to share information how, so if you have a smart device, grab it now because we have some prizes.
So the first 5 people that complete the registration now will be getting a prize at the end of the Ask Bobby section of today's event. So go ahead to this website. It is live, the go.dtcc.edu/community, and it is an Eventbrite registration just as we've done every other year. It is available and ready today. We do want to remind you, as in red, May 1st is our deadline. All right, so the reason we have an earlier deadline because we have so many off-site things happening, because we have a lot of events happening that time of year, we need to give advance notice for lunches as well as those off-site places. So please RSVP via that site, and yes, we'll send it out on the portal and by email, but register by May 1st. And encourage your coworkers to come join you. This is our flyer that you will be seeing. Thank you to marketing for the lovely look again. But you'll be seeing this electronically. We don't want to confuse students by having this posted in student areas because it is an employee event, but all employees are welcome. So thank you.
Okay, Kelly's going to start because just like she's been involved with Campus Community Day for 5 years, I think she's been an Energy Ranger for maybe longer. Maybe longer, yeah. So the Energy Rangers are going to give us an update today, and that's David LaFazia, Scott Eisman, and Kelly Davis herself.
All right. So how many of you are Energy Rangers? All right, good. That's why all the lights are out in the hallway, right? So,
No, Bob didn't pay the bill, that's all.
so as you could see from those that raised their hands, these Energy Rangers are basically faculty and staff who said that we're going to be looking out for wastes of energy that we see around, some of them obvious, some of them less obvious, and then be kind of, I guess, apostolicize people, I guess that's what the word is, make people more aware of energy-saving measures that they could take. And so, for instance, when we walk down the hallway, usually we look for people complaining about discomfort or anything like that, which has gone down significantly. But I think people IM each other and say, hide your heater. The fans are okay. The summertime, the fans are okay. They're very energy efficient. So if you want to be an energy ranger, there is no badge that you get, but we'll be glad to have you sign up, and we'll tell you how to do that at the end. This happened the end of 2009. I believe it was really effective the beginning of 2000, or end of 2008, beginning of 2009. 50 volunteers started this, and basically it really is a grassroots effort, as you can kind of tell. We, again, focus on those energy conservation measures, and now we actually have a good amount of money that has come out of this agreement that we have with the electric utility, where if we are able to reduce our energy savings when they need us to use less so they can charge less and actually get charged less themselves, then they will give us funding. Sometimes it's $14,000, $20,000, just depends on what happens. So sometimes we can make tens of thousands of dollars with an hour or 2 or 3 of demand response. And that money directly goes towards more energy-saving methods right here. I think that's pretty cool.
Definitely. Some of the energy savings that you see is lighting, HVAC, and then the demand response that he mentioned, and solar. With the lighting, we've been going to LEDs not only inside the buildings, but outside. Advantage is they use about half the amount of electricity, plus they last a lot longer. So our electricians are not changing light bulbs and ballasts and making repairs. We can go off and do other projects. Solar, we have solar field at the back of the campus, and we're now currently adding solar to the top of the Arts and Science as well as the Jason building. So we're going from around 325 kW and adding about another 400 based on all the additional. So we're going to be close to 700. This is just a little, I guess this is a display over by the bookstore, just showing how much electricity has been generated. It actually goes through and covers even the different campuses if you watch it go through. So it's kind of cool. The new solar panel should be tied into that so we get an idea of how well it's doing and you know, the savings. The big thing is that we are trying to use as many renewable resources for environmental purposes, and that's the advantage of the solar.
I'm going to edge in.
Go ahead.
So all of this information allows the campus to have data-driven decision-making, and so that dashboard does become very useful in the planning of the next phases. As you know, part of what we've done as Energy Rangers is some indirect energy-saving projects. So the indirect include recycling. We've had universal recycling active and throughout campus now for 5 years, which is tremendous. Made a big impact. We have been doing office paper recycling since 2009. Take a look at the numbers. Over 325,000 pounds of paper have been recycled through those bins alone, equivalent to 2,768 trees. That's awesome. We also do have a commuter corner for students primarily, but also for employees to utilize. This is near the ATM machine and the vending machine in the Student Services building. Over the years, we have also, as Energy Rangers, participated with the Campus Community Day via purchasing trees, indirect energy savings, et cetera. Energy House Open House that occurred with the onset of that in 2013, and through the Workforce Development Energy Forums of the past. We've been asked by employees to provide a few recycling reminders and maybe dispel a few myths. So with this, office paper, as you know, the office paper bins look different than they did a year ago. We have a new company that is providing this at a lower cost, and it is through one of the state contracts, so we have the same purpose. So we are still shredding and recycling the paper that goes in those confidential bins. It is set on a schedule that they empty those bins every 2 months, so if it's a little full in your area, look for one that's not, and if it's continues to be something that trends, then we can have another bin added to that area so you can better access. I know we've had some retirements that caused some office cleanouts that may have filled all of the bins on campus. But we'll continue to watch that trend. But those office paper bins no longer need to be moved by us as employees, which is tremendous. So the company comes, rather than seeing students and volunteers and anyone that might be walking down a hall with me saying, hey, you want to grab a bin? Now they are moved. Yes, small children were also involved with this process of moving office paper bins in the past. But the company now comes to the location and changes those. So we do ask that this bins stay in their location, because otherwise the company won't know where to look. I knew the back closets where you took these bins. They don't know those back closets. So just if you could leave them where they are, that would be tremendous. The single stream universal recycling process. So single stream and universal recycling is the same thing. It means you put it all in one spot instead of having to separate it out. To dispel a few rumors, this does not get pulled from the bin and put in the trash. The administrative services, although they may put it in the same bin to take it out to the dumpsters, the bags are color-coded. If you look in any of the trash recycling side-by-sides, they are different colors for a reason. They can go in the same cart, but when they get out to the dumpster area, they do go in separate containers so that the recycling does indeed get recycled. So I don't want you to think that, oh, they're just throwing it in the trash, why bother? Please bother, okay? The other piece of that is that if there's, oh, I dropped something in that's trash, but it's in recycling, up to 10% of any universal recycling as far as contamination. So if trash is in recycling, it still gets recycled. That's why it goes to a sorting facility. So you don't have to fish down into it if you drop something in by accident, but if you're unsure, it's okay to put it in the recycling side. We do ask that you remember that the bins that are in your individual offices are for recycling. So that is not a trash bin, that's for recycling. Stickers coming soon, I hear, all right, to help you with that. So for new employees, you might have thought, oh, that's my garbage can. Nope, that's your recycling bin, garbage is in the hallway. And with those, the administrative services ask that even if it is something recyclable, if it has food waste on it, don't put it in your office bin, because then you're going to get critters and bugs, right? So if it has a little bit of food waste and you want to recycle it, take it to one of the ones that has the plastic liner in the hallway. So do remember that those office bins are for recycling, but not food waste recycling, okay? And then the last is just an update or a reminder to really thank IT for all the work that they do with electronic recycling. We have a very vigorous process of recycling electronics, and it all goes to the intended place to best dispose of those materials as well. All right, we have another event. We're going to tack all of this on because it is the same day as Team Spirit Day. So, and it doesn't overlap. Look how convenient that was almost planned. So, the bookstore is going to be celebrating Earth Day with events at the bookstore, including some pretty significant giveaways. So Abbott's Mill is going to be there. We're going to have Ag Table there. We're going to have information about Leave No Trace. The prizes include annual Parks Pass, 1-year membership to Delaware Nature Society, 25 white pine seedlings, and plants from the Ag Department. So all of that is from 11 to 1 for that information that is happening at the bookstore, kind of like an Earth Day open house. And then at 2 o'clock, we're going to be doing a tree planting sponsored by the Energy Rangers. The other part that overlaps all of that, we want your ideas about energy and environmental conservation specific to our campus. How can we be doing things better? We have 2 prizes sponsored by the Energy Rangers from gift cards from past initiatives. So we have 2 prizes of $50 gift cards to Royal Farms for the top 2 ideas, one from student, one from employee, for the top 2 ideas for conservation efforts that can be further enabled on our campus. So that drop box will be at the bookstore all day. We'll be doing a tree planting at 2 o'clock, location to be determined when we know the tree and the location. And then at 2:15, we're going to do some walking tours just of Energy Ranger and conservation projects that have happened around campus. And then at 2:30, we're ready for the pep rally. We'll end the tour there. Onward.
Well, we're recruiting new members. If somebody's interested, please contact Dave Peterson. We're covering a working with outreach and education, supporting admin services, potential for electric car recharging station towards the back of the campus. We're going to continue, like I said, with the LED installations around the campus, particularly outside. We go through a lot of lights outside, and that's helped us a lot. Also, I don't know as much about this, but I know we support programs with transportation, right, and commuter initiatives, so that basically it. Okay.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you.
Thank you guys for kind of regrouping our Energy Rangers, and we are really excited to get more people involved. So we've had a lot of retirements, we have a lot of new faces, and so if this is something you'd like to participate in and help us with, please, by all means, contact Dave Peterson. So our last topic item before we have Ask Bobby is our employee giving campaign update and thank you with Cindy and Brian, or just Cindy.
Good afternoon, everyone. So Brian couldn't be here today, so I am going to thank you for him on behalf of both of us. It's hard for me to talk into this microphone as well without moving around. On Owens campus alone, we came up 1% in participation. We also donated more money, so we came up with money too. And college-wide, I thought it was amazing. We tipped over the $97,000 mark. So I wonder if we'll get to six figures soon. But we want to thank you. There were fewer employees. I think there were, college-wide, there were 62 fewer employees, but we actually increased donations by 2.8%. So thank you. Thank you for helping us. Team captains, can you please stand up? Thank you. Brian and I appreciate your help very much. Thank you.
So one of the things that I said at the last employee update is let's increase participation. And when you're already at 94%, you can't really make huge gains, right? When I saw 95%, you can ask Karen, I was like hooping and hollering in the office. I was so excited. So thank you guys. And the other thing is we raised that money in 2 weeks. It's incredible. And so administrative counsel has heard me say this, but there is no better selling point to a potential donor than telling a donor that 95% of our employees give back to the college for which they work at. There's no better story to tell. People think that we have it wrong. When Middle States was here, they thought it was 9.5 or 9.6, and we were like, no. It's 90, I think it was 95 or 96. No, there's no point missing. That's what we do. So I think that's been a big theme today, us coming together around events, around future events, the Diversity and Inclusion Committee coming together, kids on campus, more coming together, a lot of them. Energy Rangers, which is that grassroots effort that really speaks to the level of care and commitment that you all have. So I thank you for that very, very much. It's why I like to work here, why I want to continue to work here, and why I'm not going anywhere soon, because this is such a great team to work with and work for. So I'm just going to finish up with Ask Bobby. So we'll have about 10 minutes if you need it. What kind of questions might you have that are floating around there? Anything you want me to address, things that are going on? Mary Beth. No, we were going to send that out in an email later, but on April 26th, there'll be an email that comes out. You're going to get to dress down a lot that last week in April. So the 25th is, of course, wear the Delaware Tech attire, and we just learned this morning in Administrative Council that the 26th is Denim Day. Melissa, do you want to?
Sure. So
Just go ahead, I'll repeat it then.
Denim Day for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Basically, we all want to show our support for preventing sexual assault in the community and across the country by participating in this national campaign. So wear your denim and then take a picture with your department, your colleagues, your friends at lunch, and post that to social media using the hashtag DTCC Denim Day. You can get stickers all across campus and flyers, and there's an announcement on my DTCC. So don't forget your jeans.
Yeah, so that week, and Gala Prep, we are going to have a crazy week around here. So Denim Day, yeah, that week as well. Anybody else, questions or things that we need to share with everyone? I know this was a longer update. We had a lot to fit in because we are not going to have another update till August. Anybody else? You guys get me off the hook. Very good. Oh, wait, Danielle Kidd.
Our plant sale starts the 25th.
All right, my mom will be over. Okay, the 26th or the 25th? Okay, plant sale, the 25th starts, support our ag students, beautiful flowers. My mom brings her minivan every year, backs up, loads up the car. I already let her know on Facebook. Anybody else, things we need to keep in mind? Enjoy the nice weather. Thank you for all you do, and let's rock the rest of this semester. Karen is waving. Hold on. The what? Oh, wait, the winners. The winners. Come on up, Jen, you announce it. Remember, if you registered, you had your device? I forgot. Yeah, oh, 27 registered.
27 in 6 minutes, so great job. We need Jamie Jackson, Michelle Keenan, Leslie Vincent, Michelle Warch, and Aaron Shutt.
Have a good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.